Hi there. So my name's Hillary, and I am the Chief Knitting Officer at Because I Felt Like It in Torbay, Newfoundland. Thanks so much for stopping by my store. What I'd like to do is just show you a few of the things that I make, tell you a little bit about why I make them and how I make them, and just give you an overview of the kind of things that I'm producing in my shop. So what we're going to do is we're going to start over here, and we're going to start with the bunnies. So now just so that you know, everything that I make is hand knit first. I'm knitting about 30 to 50% bigger than what it is that you're seeing. And then what I do is I put it in hot water in the washing machine. Now because I knit everything in 100% wool, when you put it in the washing machine, it shrinks. It's kind of like when you put that wool sweater in the washer and you didn't mean to do that and it comes out and it's a lot smaller. I'm doing the same thing except I'm doing it on purpose. So these little guys are my bunnies. Each of these guys is individually named, has his own sweater, and each of the sweaters has buttons as well. So just for an example, these little guys right here. So this is Bentley, and this one in the middle, this is Haley, and this over here, this is Marcia, and we zip down here. This one here, this is Maurice, and right over here, this is Andrea. And you'll notice that Maurice and Haley, what they're wearing is they're wearing hoodie sweaters. So the sweaters come in just regular turtlenecks, or we can also do hoodies. And if you'd like to customize one, customize the sweater color or the button, we can certainly do that too. Right now, because it's really important, all of the bunnies are also coming with masks. So sometimes if a kid's having trouble and they don't feel like they want to wear a mask, well, maybe if the bunny wears a mask, then they can wear a mask too. So they all come with masks right now. So some of the other critters that I'm making are right here. So these are my stuffy cats. Stuffy cats come in your traditional cat colors, oranges and whites, blacks, grays. Got some calicos. There we go. And these are just little stuffy toys, something you can hang in your room, sit on a shelf. They make great Christmas tree ornaments as well. I'm happy to do custom cats as well. If somebody wants to send me a picture of their cat, I can let them know if it's possible to make a cat to look like a cartoon version of their own furry animal. I'm also doing owls. These are my little owls right here. And they have their glasses on. And these ones as well, they're coming in grays and beiges, but I'm also doing them in whites and darker colors too. And then I'm also doing mini bunnies. That's these guys right here. Mini bunnies come with little bows. So I'm happy to do those too. And then you'll notice beside that there are two other cats here, and they're much larger. These ones are weighted in the bottom. So what they are is they are doorstops. So you can see how much bigger they are. And they have the weights in the bottom. They're just kind of cute. Maybe they could hang out with you in your home office when you're working. Take them to the office just to keep you company. I had someone buy one once, and they wanted one to look like their own cat because their daughter was heading off to university, and of course she couldn't take her cat with her. So she took one of those just so she kind of had her own fur baby with her at university, which I thought was really sweet. Okay, so we're going to swing over here now, and I'm going to show you these guys. Now these are my smallest ones. So these little guys right here, these guys are lavender kittens. They're a lot smaller, and they are filled with pure dried lavender. So they smell fantastic. They're great just to hang up in your car, hang up in a locker, maybe hang one next to your bed, which would be really nice. You can give it a squish at night, and you get the smell of lavender, which is one of my favorite scents. I love the scent of lavender. There we go. There's those little guys right there. See them all? All right. So now we're going to move on to what are my best sellers. And that's these guys right here. So these are my cat toys. I've made a lot of cat toys over the years. I have two kinds. There's these guys right here. These are my bumblers. There they are. See, they look like little bumblebees. They're great because the cats can get hold of the wings, do a little flicky flicky, chase them around the house. Always fun. I started making these. I have one of my cats, and she likes to go outside on a leash. Um, and even on a leash, she'll still chase bumblebees. So it's like trying to walk a kite. So I figured if she was going to chase bumblebees, I might as well give her a felted version. So there we go. Those are the bumblers right there. And then there's these guys. So these are my catnip mice. And you'll kind of notice those are their tails. So the catnip mice come with super, super duper long tails. Like so. So the tail on this one's a little bit over 2 feet. There he is, there he is, there he is. And there's the mouse. So they've got big ears on them. They've got big noses on them. Cats love to chase them. They drag them around the house. I had one cat who used to like to use them as a pillow. And I've been selling those for quite some time. I have people coming back telling me it's still their cat's favorite toy. I sold one to a lady just this past weekend, and she came back 2 hours later because she had to have another one because she had 2 cats. And the one cat was getting very territorial about the mouse, so she had to come back to get another one because both of them really, really, really wanted to play with the mouse. And as much as it's about the catnip that's inside, and both of these guys do have catnip inside, as much as it's about the catnip with the mice, it's really about the tails. And they really do have a good time with those. So those are the catnip mice. And those are the bumblers right there. There we go. See? Bumblers. So cute. Okay. So those are all the critters that we have. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the regular stuff that we have. So we're going to go up here first and take a look at these guys. So these are travel mugs. They are a mason jar on the inside. They are a lid that will let you drink from it. And then they are a felted cozy. So you can see right there, there's the felted cozy and the jar. And this is the kapow lid that goes with it. The jars are made I bought a specific jar for this. I bought a jar that's just a little wee bit narrower, so those will actually fit in the cup holder of your car. And with the cozy, it keeps everything either nice and hot or nice and cool for you. The one thing that I've found with those is that if you put something warm inside, the feeling of the warm beverage coming through the cozy onto your hand is really nice. On a cold winter's day, really does feel good. Yeah. So now I'm going to swing down here. So these are my felted flower pins. These are just little pins or hair clips that you can attach. Match your favorite coat, match your favorite dress. The ones on the left there, those are the pins, and then the right ones, those are the hair clips. And they've each got little buttons in the middle as well. Just kind of a fun thing. So now we're going to swing over to here. And now what we have our felted hats. So the felted hats are all different colors. Some of them have buttons. Some of them are just the plain colors. I like to use buttons from other makers as well. So this one was made, this is a pottery button, which was made locally. And this button here, I actually purchased from Etsy, from a maker out west. And then this one here, the wool around the cuff is actually, it's a hand-dyed wool from a maker just outside of St. John's, Foggy Rock Fibers. She dyed that for me. And the colors are just beautiful on a cold winter's day. It's nice to see some nice bright colors like that. And the nice thing about felting is that because the knit is now so tight and so thick, what I've found is that they're practically waterproof and they're practically windproof, which is really nice. On a cold winter's day, a really good hat goes a long way to making life easier, doesn't it? I think we all know that. Okay, so here we go. So now what we have here, this is a French press cozy. So I'll show you these as well. So these are my tea cozies. My mother had a tea cozy that was this shape when I was a kid. What it does is it wraps all the way around the bottom of the pot, and then it just ties at the top. So it fits just about any size of teapot that you have. But she had one when I was a kid, and I tried to find one and couldn't. So I just started playing around with patterns until I got the shape that I wanted. The buttons on there are locally made as well. Those are from Karen's Woodworking here. And then there's some oak, or some elkhorn buttons, I should say. Some more of the buttons I purchased on Etsy. And then these guys back here, I was playing around with pottery for a little while. So actually I made the pottery buttons on that one. There we go. And then, like I said, not to be outdone, we make a French press cozy as well. So the tea lovers are taken care of and the coffee lovers are taken care of too. And these ones just wrap around with elastics and buttons. So they keep your coffee nice and hot. So now we're going to swing over here to the mittens. And I have lots of mittens right now. So we're just going to go straight up here. I'm going to keep going up. And we're going to keep going up. And we're going to keep going up. Like I said, I've got lots of colors of mitts in stock. You'll notice that each of the mittens has an embellishment of buttons on the cuff as well. And same as the hats, you'll find that the mitts are, because of the felting, they're practically waterproof, they're practically windproof. Great on a winter's day. I have someone who does a lot of snowmobiling, and she said that these are the only mitts that she wears, and everybody laughs because they tell her that her hands are going to get cold, and they don't get cold. So there you go. See, we'll just go back up and take a look at all the colors again. And this is just some of the colors that I have. I have lots of different colors in my yarn stash. So if you're looking for a pair for yourself, or if you're looking for a pair as a gift, we can certainly find something to match your coat, match your hat. We can certainly find lots and lots and lots. And so then we go down here to the last piece of the puzzle. So that's these guys right here, and these guys are my dryer balls. So dryer balls are to use in your dryer, and what they will do is they increase the circulation in your dryer. So there's anywhere between 3 and 6 in a load. And like I said, what they do is they tumble in the load and increase the circulation in your dryer. So they shorten the drying time. They smooth out the wrinkles. They smooth out the static. They bounce around, so they bounce off any of the extra fur or hair or lint that's on your clothes. While you're using them, you may find that they get little pills on them, which is good because that means that they're working. And the other thing that you probably find is that your lint trap has more lint in it because, again, the dryer balls are doing their job and they're knocking everything off. They're made of 100% wool, and each one of them is hand wrapped and then felted. And the nice part is, if you do like to have a scent in your dryer, you can do that too using essential oils, which means that you have control over the scent in your dryer. You control how much scent you have, and you control how many of the balls are scented. So it's totally up to you. Basically what they are is a chemical-free replacement for your dryer sheets. And they last forever, or at least until one of your pets might get one, because dogs kind of like them, and cats seem to have taken a liking to them as well. I was using one of the balls as a tester, and I gave it to someone, and she took it home for her dog to play with, and the cat found it first. And so the cat took it, and the dog never did get to play with it. So there you go. You never know what pets are going to like, but these are kind of fun. So there we go. That is everything that's on my table. Again, we'll just kind of pan through here. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. And like I said, I'm always happy to do custom items. It's always fun to talk about some of the things that I'm making. I'm super lucky. This is what I get to do for a living. As I said, I'm the chief knitting officer, and this is my job. And I'm super lucky to be able to do that here in Newfoundland. I've been a part of Etsy since about 2017. I've done lots of the Etsy markets, which are always so much fun. But this year, being able to do a virtual market is really kind of cool, because I think we're all missing all the makers that are out there. So there we go. So thanks very much for visiting, everybody. I really appreciate it. was a lot of fun telling you all about the things that I make and telling you a little bit about how I make them. Hopefully you will spend a lot of time here in the Etsy market, and it was really nice talking to you. Thanks so much. Bye.